Greetings. This video is designed to accompany the directions you received in an email. Those directions are comprised of 5 easy steps for submission of student work for general education assessment at the University of West Georgia during the fall of 2019. My goals here include walking you through these 5 steps and showing you how to submit student work by the deadline. There are a few tabs I suggest having open on your desktop prior to beginning this process. You will want to have your BandWeb roster of any section from which you'll be pulling student work, your directions, and in your Google Drive, you'll want to click on Shared Drives and locate the General Education Assessment for Faculty drive that you have been invited to participate in. Additionally, I recommend having a folder or a place on your desktop where you will save student artifacts in the required format. So first and foremost, you want to locate and pull the summative artifacts requested by the General Education Assessment Director, counting from the first name on your BandWeb roster, not your CourseDen roster. For instance, if I were asked to pull student 6, I would simply go to the top of my student roster in BandWeb and count down to number 6. Number 2, your next step after you have gotten all of the requested student artifacts is to remove or mark out student names from written or word processed work. We call this blinding the work. If your students have turned something in Word format, you can easily go into their document, remove the header, and of course any page numbers that have last names next to them. If your students have written the work, you can easily blind by putting a Post-it over it before you PDF the work. We ask that you use the following string to save this work in a PDF format: the course, the section, the semester, the instructor last name, and of course that roster number. For example, you could well see, if you were teaching in English 1101, English 1101, Section 2, Fall 19, black, and of course 11 would be the student number. If you are submitting multiple choice artifacts, turn in all of your Scantrons, what we call the full census, along with an answer key for each test to Scott Sykes in mathematics. Those of you in math utilizing the free response method for your summative assignment will want, of course, to follow directions that I've been discussing here for not only blinding, titling, and of course saving as a PDF each artifact. The fourth goal that you have in this 5-step process is uploading the work that has been blinded, saved as separate PDF files, and entitled correctly to the General Education Assessment for Faculty shared Google Drive, to which you have been invited, as I said. To upload, we ask that you do the following. You will first click on this particular shared drive I spoke about, and when you do, immediately you will see the familiar core areas. Since this semester, fall of 2019, we begin with core area A, you will click it. Immediately, what pops up is core area A1, English, and core area A2. You will then click on your particular core area in A and find the courses. Of course, here in core area A.1, the courses are English 1101 and English 1102. The next step is, of course, to click on the class for which you are uploading. In this case, 1101. And immediately what pops up is a fully populated list of every section from which we are going to draw student samples. And of course, you'll see your particular name as well as your section. For my example, I'm pulling from my English 1101 class, section 12. You'll note in my own folder, I have actually blinded the work. I have actually saved it according to the string, and of course as a PDF. My next goal is simply to click on the folder that is my designated folder, and of course, upload the work. I will want to retain this folder for myself to keep records of the artifacts that I have in fact submitted to GIAC. I'll do another one. Since this next one is 1102, I need to go back to the folder, choose Core Area A, again, Core Area A1, in this case, 1102, and I will look for my own name and my section, and of course, I will drop my file in. It's as simple as that. After having found the student on my class roster for the section from which I am pulling student work, removing blinding student names or information from those documents, preparing the artifacts by saving them as a PDF, and of course saving them using the string that we have requested, and then of course uploading using these bulleted points. And last but not least, whether you are submitting for areas A1 or A2, you will want to check with your department chair to see if you will serve as an assessor during the January 2020 scoring period, which will be from January 14th to the 16th, 2020. Workgroup coordinators will also be in touch to schedule a norming session for your particular core area program. Please do not hesitate to contact Dr. Angela Nsinga with any questions, and of course, you can also contact your workgroup coordinators. In English, that would be Professor Joshua Black, and in math, that's Dr. Scott Sykes or Dr. David Leach. Department chairs in both departments are aware of this process, and of course, will be encouraging you to reach the December 16th deadline for submission. Thank you so much for your participation in this vital project as we work as a university and as a general education program to create an organized, sustained general education assessment process here at the University of West Georgia. Thank you.